Hi guys, thanks for joining us on another session. Now today we've come down to the river, we decided to do something a little bit different. We're going to have a go at trotting for some grayling. Originally this was planned for yesterday, but Nick and I came down here yesterday and the river was in flood, it was rising. We had a lot of rain the night before, so that was pretty much called off. But today, the river conditions are absolutely perfect. Nick isn't with us today, Luke has come down. He got here quite a bit earlier than I did. He's had a couple of fish already, so it's looking really good. And let's see what we can get for the rest of the session. For those of you that have never done this before, I'm very quickly now going to go through the setup that we're using. I start off with a 10-foot rod. It's very lightweight, it's sort of a medium weight carp rod for match style venues, but it's more than enough to deal with bigger grayling up to around 2–2.5 pound, and even a couple of chub up to around 4 pound in the strong currents that you get in these rivers during the winter. Coupled up with that, I've got a 3000 size reel. That's loaded up with 6 pound mainline, and again, that's more than enough for dealing with those bigger grayling and bigger chub that we may come across. Terminal tackle wise, I start off with a size 16 or size 14 hook, and personally I like to use barbless, but many people like to use micro barbed. I've never had a problem with barbless. There's so much strain on the fish when you're playing them in the currents. There's just no reason for the hook to come out. From there, I'm using a 1.5 foot length of 3 pound line. Now that's going to be my hook length material. On that material, around about a foot up from the hook, I've got a bulk shot of 4 BBs, and that's 1 BB less than the weight of this float. Now, the reason I've done that is because my eyes are really bad, and it just helps the float to sit a little bit higher in the water, making it easier for me to follow with my bad eyesight. And on the subject of the float, I've got a 5 BB river style stick float. That's held in place with 3 different sizes of float rubbers, and the reason I use float rubbers is because it enables me to adjust the height of the float very easily for all the different sort of depths I'm going to find in the different pools that I'm fishing. And that's it. It is as simple as that. It's a very cheap way of fishing, very cost effective, and as you've already seen, it really does work. One second. There we go. That took a lot longer than we thought it was going to. But there's a little trout. Back he goes. Don't do that again, but Well, so far, we've actually lost count of the number of fish we've had between us. And unbelievably, I've only been with Luke for around about an hour and a half. And that's exactly the reason why, during the colder months, during the sort of late autumn into winter, we choose to deviate from carp fishing, come down to our local rivers and target the smaller species such as grayling, chub, dace, because it's always enjoyable. It's very fast-paced fishing. You're walking around loads. The day just seems to fly by, especially on really short sessions like we're doing today, and it's really enjoyable. Well, it's taken a while, but have a look at that. Finally got myself amongst the bigger grayling. Luke managed to have one of these around about £2 before I got here this afternoon. And he also managed to get another couple around this size as well, but I just seem to be catching the smaller ones and a trout. But yeah, this one is the best fish I've had out of this river for a long time. So let's get him back, try and target another one around this size before we have to go home in an hour or so. Well, here we are. This is the end of our session, and what a productive session it's been. 2.5 hours, we lost count of the number of fish we had. Luke managed to catch an absolute shed load of fish over the £1 mark, including that one that was over £2 before I arrived. And just when we were finishing up, I also got one around £1, maybe £1.25 for myself as well, which is a fantastic result and by far the best fish that I've had from this river in the last couple of years. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you can drop us a like, it would really be appreciated. And if you want to comment, then you're more than welcome. We are going to get back to all the comments that we get. We'll see you on the next one.